Wait, what's this video?
The Papa's game series has been a beloved collection of flash games for millions of players since the mid-2000s.
True, I remember
Yet for
playing all of
years,
them.
nobody has tried to figure out how or why these games have the major events they do. Through over a decade of games, I believe that I have found an inescapable rabbit hole of plot that all trickles down into an ever-growing corrupt monopoly led by Papa Louie, a criminal mastermind who single-handedly took control of his country to his benefit. In this universe, he is either the most dangerous man alive or the most oblivious. This series takes place in the fictional world called the Flipverse. Now,
this looks like Africa, no? I swear it looks like Africa.
The Flipverse,
look, even Calypso Island is based on Madagascar as well.
is a landmass of unknown size,
yet
it's large enough to have at least 3 time zones. I was initially considering the idea of the map being 1,000 by 1,000 miles. The island is definitely large enough for a modernized society with multiple towns, as every game tends to be in a different major location. A more similar comparison would be the largest island of Hawaii, for example, which would be slightly larger than 10,000 square miles. Also, assuming that the release date of each game is considered the point to the
2010? Damn, I'm old. Wait, no, I was 5 years old when this dropped. No, I wasn't even 5. I was 4 because my birthday's in December. I was 4 years old when this dropped.
Opening cutscene plays at each game. We can assume that at some point, likely years before the first game, in the town of Tastyville, Papa Louie opens a pizzeria. He names this pizzeria Papa's Pizzeria.
At some point, I'm not 20. You're right.
Papa Louie decides to host a free pizza day, like the nice guy he is, which leads us to November 6, 2006. Free pizza day has arrived. It's pretty nice of him to do this for the community, but Louie and Roy have a ton of work to make up for it. And as a result, Louie makes sentient pizzas on accident. As punishment, Louie, Roy, and over a dozen innocent customers are sent to Munchmore, a hell dimension which forces Louie to save all.
Did I miss something? How the hell did they just make...
all of his customers. At the end of this adventure, it's actually revealed that a sentient and evil onion named Sarge created the enemies with evil pepper in order to ruin free pizza day for his
Also, I played this game. I think it's like when the pizzas attack. I never beat it ever.
Mischievous reasons.
I should.
Papa Louie then beats Sarge and then actually gives out the free pizzas, as promised at the start of the game. Louie is praised and probably regarded as a hero, which would definitely lead to the rise of his power. But canonically, his flip deck card. By the way, there's like a card series for like every character in these games. Papa Louie's reads, he's a lovable Italian chef who got his start selling delicious pizzas. He has a legion of fanatic customers who are willing to try anything Papa Louie has to offer, whether it's free pizza parties or the keys to his latest restaurant. Papa Louie is always trying to reward his customers. The worst thing he does in this series is probably 9 months later. In August 7th, 2007. Louie basically gives Roy a card and says, okay, good luck, bozo, and abandons him to solo the entire restaurant along with every single responsibility it holds for an undetermined
he made monster pizzas. Why would you give him the job?
This includes cooking, serving, being in charge of the front, and probably pizza delivery still. But he's only paid in tips, and that is bad. Papa Louie only returns when Roy receives all the gold medals in the pizzeria. During his time missing, Papa Louie is off doing stuff, I guess, and wouldn't expand his empire further for another 3 years. 3 years later, December 6th, 2007. This is the legacy of Papa's Burgeria. In the neighboring town of Tastyville, in Burger, Rita/Marty find a golden ticket in their mail, which is also a map for a scavenger hunt. When your character reaches the Burgeria, Louie makes his grand return with Roy, also being there, I guess. Who's running the pizzeria? Nobody knows.
Wait, what?
Wacky hijinks ensue. He gives you the entire restaurant. Maybe you own it now. Maybe you only work for him. It's not really explained. He just gives you the keys.
Look, he might just be a dictator now that I think about it. What the hell?
Still get paid in tips. Still bad. May 20th, 2011.
Wait, why do we jump from 2005 to 2011?
Papa's Taco Mia. Taking place in the far southwest of the Flipverse in Taco Dale, Louie still considers employment at his restaurants as prizes. This time, the keys to the restaurant are...
Wait.
Louie still considers employment...
Who's camping outside?
At its restaurants as prizes. This time, the keys to the restaurant are given to whoever can win a taco eating contest. Mitch or Maggie end up winning the contest after hours and hours and hours of painful taco consumption. This is revealed where
painful. That sounds good.
The trophy is actually ownership to the taco meal. Otherwise, you make food, get wages that are definitely not going to keep the business afloat.
I think a
and
bit too
Louie
much
returns
tomato.
with the
I
milk
don't
once
know
he
for
learned
sure.
how to make Mexican cuisine.
No,
Hooray!
no.
August 5th, 2011 is when Papa's Freezeria takes
Oh,
place.
this
For the
one's
first time in Papa's
prime
history, your
game.
character decides to find a job instead of being a victim of peer pressure or getting ownership.
Great
Alberto
wages.
or Penny apply for a job on a deserted island. The manual they're seen reading promises stress-free work and has a solid population of 12. But right after you start your first day, Louie comes in with a cruise ship named the SS Louie for what I would assume is for vacations or visiting, or this is something else. I don't really know. Everything else is the exact same, but...
Yo, who's playing the games? Now you're pissing me off. Stop doing that.
One more thing is added to the formula, which is decorations. On the bottom of the poster your character looks at, they fail to read that employees are expected to use their earned tips on decoration. Which, by the way, these decorations are worth a lot. There is no way Papa Louie is deliberately forcing his employees to only get paid in tips and then buy decorations.
He's a bit smart.
That's probably illegal. Like, how did the next game is Papa's Pancakeria in March.
This is one of my favorite ones. I bang this one out a lot.
5th of 2012. You play as Prudence, and the other guy, I forgot his name. Your pet jumps out of a car and goes missing. Oh no! Louie finds your dog and takes care of it until you pick it up. And here he pulls a worse version of what he did to Roy in the pizzeria, and he just goes, "Hey, your dog likes it here. Can you work for me for a little bit? Bye."
Yo, wait, what?
June 13th, 2012. Chuck/Mandy win a free trip to Starlight City. They get dropped off next to a giant roulette wheel.
I don't know this one. Oh, this is Wingeria. Watch. Wingeria, whatever it's called.
Watching.
Yo, something's out with
You
this
get a
guy.
spin that may or may not have been rigged, but who cares? You just won Papa's Ringeria. But if Starlight City is far enough to warrant a free trip, how would this make it remotely tolerable for you to work there if you need a free trip to get to Starlight City? It's like living in Ohio and then winning a free trip to Seattle and then being told to work there. You can't do that. Louie, what is wrong with you? That doesn't make sense. It's rigged for the start. From this point on, Louie doesn't end up giving away restaurants or anything. He just does some pretty nice things, and there's definitely a shift in his actions at this point. Most of these are just him hiring people that are in a bad situation or need assistance. He's a little confused, but he's definitely got the spirit. November 19th, 2012. Taylor and Peggy love me.
This is the best one. Hot Dogeria, whatever the hell it's called. Hot Dogeria, I don't care. Don't ask why I say them wrong all the time. I'm a bit dyslexic and that's why I used to read it as. This one is my favorite one.
Baseball in Tastyville. Everyone loves baseball in Tastyville. They love pizza and baseball, like all flip variants. These silly billies fail to get a seasonal ticket and decide to work at Papa's Hot Doggeria in order to watch the games for free. So everyone's shocked. They actually have to work and make the hot dogs while watching the baseball games. Otherwise, what's the point? June 5th, 2013. It's Free Burger Day. Hey, wait a minute.
Wait, what?
June 13th, 2013. It's Free Burger Day. Life in Papa's Burgeria has massively improved for everyone. There are 2 whole employees now. That's double the staff that we saw in 2010. One of them even has a car. The restaurant is full of free fellows on Burger Day until a strange shadowy man wearing a thick jacket and fedora throws a warp coin. By the way, keep track of the warp coin. This is going to be pretty important later on. They throw it into the tip jar, which brings back Sarge and all of the evil food from Munchmore.
What?
Oh no! The strange man is actually Radley Maddish. Who is he? I don't know. What does he want to do? I don't know. But he sure is bad. And we gotta beat the Burgerzillas to save the day. Eventually, same thing as before, everyone is saved. And the employees rescue Louie, who was a war prisoner at the moment because I guess he was too strong in the first game. And then everyone moves on because there's no reason at all to be sad on Free Burger Day of all days. August 7th, 2013. Louie and Roy get the approval to make a cupcake bakery in Frostville.
This one's a good one.
Which is pretty dang far away from everyone else and everything else. Your stupid character drives into Roy's car, and Louie says, "Don't worry, you can pay it off by working for me." And he lets you work at the bakery to pay it off. And then you do. That's it. That's the entire, that's all of Cupcakeria. December 9th, 2013. things get bananas. This
Why?
game's plot is a love story following the elderly and the man of class, Edorado, as he engages to Olga.
What was
Down
this?
in Utah, these names are awful. They get wedding invitations to Portolini, but they can't get any
Wait. Why did they get wedding? They're just random people that got wedding invitations.
hotel reservations for a single week and 3 months in advance. Oh
Wait, which game is this?
But
Oh, the cupcake area is. I don't even know.
wouldn't
I keep saying the name wrong. Just let it slide, please.
like every other character have this issue too? Like wouldn't everyone just fail to get hotel reservations? Eduardo, you doofus, nobody's gonna be able to make it to the wedding. So you decide in order
married
to
a bit
get to
late, no?
Portolini, you buy the
It's
employee
never too late, my bad.
package, and then immediately get a delivery with a Pizzeria uniform and an airline ticket from Burgeria to
I don't think I played
Portolini.
Pizzeria. Oh, I
with a
did,
date
but I
time
didn't really
of
like it.
immediately, which is kind of uncool. 3 months later, when you hit rank 65, the wedding actually happens and Papa Louie officiates, which implies that along with giving away 3 restaurants, owning at least 6 other ones, and having a cruise ship, he is canonically a registered priest.
He got it all.
June 14th, 2014, you apply at a donut place in an amusement
Oh,
park.
yes,
You want
this
to get
one
a
was also
free
a good one.
fast pass to the iconic roller coaster, the Sky Ninja, I guess.
Yes.
Assuming your character is only doing this for the fast pass, they are a massive Dumbo and
Yeah,
totally deserve to watch the Sky Ninja get delayed for another year, which means that your little goon is now part of Papa Louie's empire. But eventually the Sky Ninja does work, which is cool. On March 4th,
So they worked the whole year to ride a roller coaster.
2015,
Come on,
the
man.
Sunday's attack. This follows the SS Louie we saw back in
What the hell is
Papa's
this?
Freezeria. The cruise is filled to the
Come on, the driver looks evil, no?
brim with people, with over a dozen guests, and they're all celebrating the Seaside Freezeria, which is like a Freezeria but on a cruise ship. Radish Guy does an evil and does
Okay, so how the hell did you let him on the boat then? No, now you guys got problems, man.
the Hell Dimension thing and sends everyone to Munchmore again, which is not cool. But
What?
it doesn't matter because the bad gets no win. He doesn't win because he's a bad guy,
Yeah.
and bad guys don't win. Everyone celebrates their victory by running off the ship as fast as possible. The next game
Valid.
takes place on June 10th of
disappointed about Pizzeria.
2015. If you are lactose intolerant, please cover
This is
your ears
Pizzeria.
because I'm talking
Cheese
about
is good.
Papa's Cheeseria.
I mean,
In Toastwood,
Cheeseria.
the iconic band Scarlet and the Shakers are gonna perform on opening night. But right after checking in with Louie, all the equipment is stolen because of the situation. Scarlet and or Rudy have to work and earn money to get new equipment. Honestly, good job, Louie. That's
They
pretty
have-
dang
okay.
respectful. You understood the situation and you tried to help. After months of working, you reach rank 65. The cool
Why
man
is it rank
policeman
65?
Hank arrests Guy Mortadello, but all the equipment is returned, and they have a concert at the grilled cheese
Hang on a minute.
Guy Mortadello.
Why is a
but all
burger
the
there? What's a burger doing in there?
equipment is returned, and they have a concert at the
That's
grilled
correct.
cheese
Correct.
restaurant. Hooray! March 14th, 2016. Cecilia, or Tim with 2 M's instead
Wait,
of
I know
1,
that.
find a dream job working at a dance studio in their local Whisk View Mall.
What game is this?
Really shooting for the stars there. You apply
Let
and
them
get the
their
job.
man.
Woohoo! But the store is closed for lease when you arrive. Oh no! Then Louis skedaddles to your devastated character
Wait,
and offers
no. He didn't skedaddle. He literally came out from underneath the chair. So, Louis, you might be a creep. You might be a good person, but you might be a creep at the same
you
time.
the chance to work at his bakery. In my opinion, that seems better than a dance studio. You work
True,
there,
true,
same
true.
old, same old.
Yeah,
But
what up,
at
man?
the ending of the game, this is probably the nicest thing Papa Louie does. After
he do?
9 months of working,
wait, what?
at the ending of opinion, that seems better than a dance studio. You work there, same old, same old. But at the ending of the game, this is probably the nicest thing Papa Louie does. After 9 months of working, Papa Louie gives
Oh.
you a Christmas present. He buys the closed dance studio for your character. That's a pretty
Like, he got a bit too much money. He bought a yacht. Now he bought a dance studio. He's bought billions of restaurants.
expensive and nice thing to do for an
Keep that
employee,
money.
so I gotta give props to him for that, even though he doesn't have knees. The next game in the timeline is
Don't worry
Slider
about that.
Scouts. It was released in October 4th of 2016. It's a mobile game.
What the hell is this?
December 13th, 2016, it has officially been one whole decade since the pizzas have attacked, and Louie opens a sushi place, which is literally on the opposite side of the pizzeria and everything else, but that's okay. Matt or Clover win a trip to Sakura Bay, but not to get a new restaurant, but just to get an early tour. Yes, you, of all people, get to go across the country to get a sneak peek of that sushi fast food place
What would that as well?
Papa Louie. But you, being the silly character you are, knock over a lucky cat statue, and Louie decides it's no big deal, nothing can go wrong. The next day, everything goes wrong. Nobody comes to the grand opening, and Louie blames it on the cat statue. Not because you're in a deserted area across the entire country, it's just because of you. So, as punishment, Louie decides that you can work for him, and eventually he'll use those tips to buy a giant cat statue, which he does.
Wait. But if the shop is not working, and he has no money from the shop, how the hell did he buy a giant cat statue?
He buys a giant golden cat statue and a ton of customers.
Oh, okay, my bad. So, I forgot Louie's just mad rich.
Show up, which is cool and awesome. A year and a half later, it's July 24th, 2018, and Carlo Romano and or Keyerii go to the big city to celebrate the fact that they all have weird names. They go to Onion Town, a town with that name because apparently onions fell into the ocean at some point. You do stuff, you go shopping, and you even take a picture next to Onion Jenny. Whoa! Tubular. But just like Pizzeria, but objectively dumber, you can't find a hotel. A very kind hotel worker offers you a room for rent, but then it's revealed that this kind gentleman is actually Guy Mortadello. Oh no, he's back for vengeance. He's out of jail now and he steals your things. Oh great heavens, what are you to do now?
Why did he put the sign over the scoop area though? I'm confused.
Next day, July 25th, 2018. You wake up and you find out that your room was actually the Scooperia under construction. And Louie employs you after realizing you don't have any money to get home or get your things or some sort of third thing.
You know what? He gave him a place to stay. That's pretty good.
Whole game, same old stuff. And eventually, Guy Mortadello gets arrested. Again.
Yeah.
Papa Louie hands you back all the things you were stolen and even gets you a golden ice cream scoop. Large time gap, 2.5 years later, it's March 2nd of 2021. Your character applies for a job and is hired at the Mocharia in New Pepperton.
What the hell is that?
There's no twist this time. That's the entire thing. But you do have to work in a documentary that will premiere at the Sugarplex Film Fest. That happens and you get awards. Customers are also being credited for being customers. Good job, Wally. And this brings us to the most recent point in the timeline. It is February 22nd, 2022, which is actually 2/22/22, and it's on a Tuesday. This does not matter to the plot, just wanted to throw that out. Olivia and Wyland B are looking for a job at Oilseed Springs. They apply and get hired at Papa's Cluckeria and
It's a fried chicken game? Oh, no, wait, I'm gonna have to play this one. I didn't know there was a fried chicken Papa
Weeks later, you get a notification that the Cluckeria is competing against other chicken places and other unassorted restaurants nearby. Papa Louie responds by abandoning you. That's right. The current most recent event in this series is a war arc. One by one, each enemy falls.
That's pretty good.
Mortadello is back. Just kidding, he's gone now because of health violations. He was serving pigeon meat. As Valentine's Day approaches, which would mean that we're currently in February of 2023, New Coop closes because investors like Cluckeria's slushies more, I guess. That's it. That's their entire thing. Summer of 2023, the Crumple Sisters have a new recipe of the Crumple family chicken restaurant place, and it's actually the secret formula that was stolen from Papa Louie.
No!
Papa Louie returns and the Crumple Sisters are questioned for stealing Papa Louie's Krabby Patty secret formula, and as a punishment, they are thrown into a maximum security prison with no chance of escape. The chicken sandwich wars are over, and Papa is victorious.
Yay.
But just kidding, the following day, it's revealed that the Crumple Sisters used a warp coin from when the burgers attacked all the way back in 2013. At this point, and that's from what I can tell, everything that's gone on. I have
Papa
no idea
Louie.
how Papa Louie
Papa
is such a
Games.
tyrant he is. I have no idea what all of these customers do in their free time besides eat food at unassorted restaurants
I don't
across the
know.
country,
I
and
don't
I have no idea how large the actual country is. Is it even a country?
Low
Is it?
key, they could have, like, the Papa Louie could have been so crazy. They could have made it even more crazy than it is. Low key. They could have made a call out of this game. Not that I'm saying you should make a call, but they could
An
have.
island? Is it the entire planet? I don't care.
Oh.
I don't think you should care either. This is a silly cartoon series about cooking food. The characters don't even have knees. I want to see Roy be successful. I want to see redemption arc for Guy Mortadello. I want to see what the Crumple sisters are up to. But maybe, just maybe, we'll find out what all of these characters have in store in the next installment, or at least what I think the next installment will be, Papa's Stir Fryeria.
No way, man.
Okay, but seriously, how did he afford the SS Louie?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that myself. There's a part 2? Okay, part 2 next time.
Hi.